Welcome back to the Python tutorial series. I'm so glad you're here. Today we will be solving the FizzBuzz coding problem. What you need to do in order to solve this is to print fizz if the number is divisible by 3, buzz if the number is divisible by 5, and FizzBuzz if it's divisible by both 3 and 5. Otherwise, you'll just print the number. So now let's solve this problem. In order to solve the FizzBuzz problem, the first thing I'm going to do is create a variable called num, which will be an integer. In this case, we'll just take in positive whole numbers, so we don't have to worry about floats or negative numbers here. Then we'll ask the user to enter an integer. So we'll have to have an if statement here. What you might be tempted to do is to check if 3 or 5 has no remainder as your first if statement and then print fizz or buzz. But what you first need to do is create an if statement to see if the number is divisible by both 3 and 5. If you have this if statement as an else if, it won't work correctly because if statements work from top to bottom. So if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, we're going to print FizzBuzz. Now we can check if the number is divisible by just 3 because we already confirmed that it's not divisible by 3 and 5 if it goes to this else if statement. So if it's divisible by just 3, we're going to print fizz, and if it's divisible by just 5, we're going to print buzz. If it's not divisible by 3 or 5, we're going to create an else statement, and we just want to print the number, so we'll print num. Now let's run this to see if it works. We'll enter a number, for example 6, and it's divisible by 3, so it says fizz. And now let's run it again, and let's say 10, which is divisible by 5, so it's going to print buzz. And then I'll run it again. 15 is divisible by both 3 and 5, so it's going to print FizzBuzz. And if I enter a number 2, which isn't divisible by 3 or 5, it's just going to print 2. And that's how you solve this FizzBuzz problem. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow along with this video series by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, or by clicking on the next video so that you can expand your knowledge about Python. And as always, I can't wait to see you next time.